Oh my goodness. The camera seems to be broken. Oh, unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to see my special guest. Would you like to say hello, special guest? No. Special guest would not like to say hello. Hey, little man. Hey, I have an idea. Hello. Hello. Oh, he got nothing to say. He's smiling, but he is quiet. So the baby is here. Yay! Who's a little baby? I have the quietest baby, guys. I have the chillest, quietest baby. Like he'll just like be hanging out and he'll be like, eh. And Paige will have to explain to somebody being like, oh yeah, that's him fussing. Right? When he's teething, he'll give a holler, right? Because it hurt. Right? But I mean, I'm just holding this little man and talking to y'all, and he's just like, yeah, just like that. Just nothing much. Hey, little baby Gowron, how you doing? Would you like some tickles? No? You don't care about that? What if I ate your tummy? What if I did that? Nothing. Nothing. That's good. You keep that energy until you're a teenager. And then you let me have it. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to punch the microphone. I'm juggling some babies. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Can you say dad dad? It would be really cool if you said dad dad. Can you say dad dad? Can you say mama? Mama. Nothing. So Paige is out doing groceries. We had a big day today, and we ran up against the timer. So she's doing groceries while I hang out with y'all and play with the little man because he cannot be left unsupervised because he doesn't know how to entertain himself in a safe manner. Right? You tried to eat your book. You tried to eat your book. And I had to stop you because you were going to eat your whole book. Just give him a fucking iPad. Bro, we were talking about this in the car. I feel like there's two types of millennial parents. There's the millennial parents who look at how their boomer parents raised them and went, wow, that really fucked us up really bad, huh? We should just not do that. And then there's the millennial parents who go, yeah, that boomer shit was fine. So instead of just yelling at the kids to go outside because they don't want to deal with them, they just, just play your fucking iPad games, Jimmy. Except like iPad as a solution is like much worse than go outside and find some kids to play with. iPad kids are the worst. They got that skibbity toilet. Hey, little man. No skibbity toilet for you. Not even once. At least you're not one of those parents who tell their kids to fuck off. I mean, oh no, my phone fell out. Oh, crap. Little man. Papa's phone fell out of his butt. At least, so somebody said, at least you're not one of those parents who tell their kids to fuck off. Listen, sometimes you have to tell your kids to fuck off. Sometimes you need to tell kids to do some bullshit and they should just be bored. Right? Like, you know what I'm holding in my hands right now? I'm holding free labor in about 7 years. Hey, little man, it's time to teach you how to mow the lawn. Builds character. It's good for you. Working outside. Teach you the value of $1. Yada, yada, yada. Bullshit, bullshit. Hey, little man. What's going on? You want to touch the microphone? That's like the one thing you can't touch. Okay? Well, I mean, you can. I prefer you not to, okay? Hey, can you say Elmo? No, he's done with it. He's had a big day. And he's overdue for a nap. So I wouldn't be too surprised if he... Oh, no. Are you mad because of no nap times? So what that was, guys, by the way, is the usual state of his annoyance. What you just heard, that's like 90% of it. Is him going, unless he's teething. When he's teething, you know, he's teething. Okay? Do you want to dance? What if we did a dance like this? You think that's funny? Yeah, you think that's funny. You stinky guy. Ah, you're smelly. All right. Oh. He's quieter than you. Yeah, that is a plus. Gonna eat your head. Ow. Pretending to eat your baby is like the best. Because they think it's funny, and you think it's funny, and it's cute. And you pretend to eat them. Ow. Bro, can you believe that I was like yelling about Hades' early access shit? And then Hades came out and went like, early access is like this week, losers. Yeah, they waited. They waited for me to say something. Nah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I gotta hide this little man. Oh, no. No.
Here's my stinky boy.
No, you're gonna steal my stinky boy.
Hi. Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
so Mama gets the happy noises.
Hello.
I see how it is.
I do. Yes. Yes.
Oh no, you're stealing my stinky boy.
Oh, gorgeous.
That's what he was waiting for.
He's waiting for his mom.
What is this betrayal, little man?
Oh, look, did you betray
Why are you making me look bad? Oh no.
Yes, you did. Betray. Yes.
How much have I been spoiled? I don't know. This baby's pretty cute. Baby glares at Pat with a wry grin after Mama picks him up. No, that did happen. That he did just do that. That's real. Oh, that's so cute.
We got him.
Oh,
Did you get him?
You're just the sweetest guy. Oh, that. Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, he's a good guy. All right.
That did sound like the public domain child laughter noise.
Yeah.
You're just the cutest baby. You know, little man, you could try not eating your hands while you do this. Oh, do you think... I look like such a jerk now. Because I was fussing on the baby and he wasn't laughing.
Patrick, I'm Mom.
Well, you're also swinging him around.
I am not swinging. I'm rocking him.
You have him by his ankle and you're flinging him around
Just
your head like
swinging him
a
around
lasso.
helicopter. Yep. That's me. I'm just rocking him. He likes, and then he gets to close to Daddy.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
What a sweet man. How'd grocery shopping go?
Good. I got what I needed, and I got some food for him, so
Lit.
I can Mix that with some bone broth, and he can have a little treat.
You're gonna have a little treat, little man.
Yeah. Yes.
Of course, because he's amazing, he eats great already. Like, he grabs the spoon himself and goes, gimme. Though I wonder if he's more interested in the spoon than the avocado.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
But he ate it.
He ate it. All right, hey, so I have when do you want dinner?
Oh, man, yeah, I'm going to be streaming until after you go to bed.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter.
Okay. I might be hungry pretty soon.
So, to all of you who are here, I will have to take a small break at 11 p.m. Pacific because we need to shoot Elmo full of tranquilizers. Because Elmo recently went to the vet and they wanted to do a routine blood test, but Elmo is too strong and will not tolerate that shit. So we have to just hit him with the juice so he's calm tomorrow. He didn't attack the vet and he didn't bite the vet. He's just too strong.
I asked, and they were just like, no, he's just wiggly. And the vet said he doesn't like to hold down the animals.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like to strap them down.
So instead...
So he said something like the Pleasant Dreams special.
Yeah, so we're going to...
So
we're gonna hit him with horse tranquilizers. We're gonna blast our cat with ketamine.
Yeah.
So I'll have to take a quick
Save
break.
some for me.
No, Paige, you
I'm
can't.
joking.
You're
joking.
breastfeeding.
I'm kidding. Come on, I barely can have coffee.
Oh, they use the towel cover method? Well, we're gonna drug him.
Yeah. Oh, you are so strong.
He's getting wiggly.
Yeah, are you wiggle pants? You got wiggles in your pants? Wiggles in your
Look at his
pants.
little man. Oh my god, it's so cute.
You want to say bye-bye,
I'm getting
Daddy?
distracted.
Say
Goodbye, little man.
Bye-bye,
Okay,
Daddy.
bye-bye. Mwah.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
I hope you have a good evening without me.
Will do.
Drugs are bad unless they're good. That's true. Bring the baby back. We like him. Listen, Michael, everybody likes that baby. That's the best damn baby that ever was. But it is not to be for the show. There's already a baby on stream. You're looking at him right now. Well, why don't you just go fuck yourself? How about you do that, motherfucker? Paige is inferring that I should tell you guys what I'm going to be up tomorrow. Well, you see, kids, as we discussed, Elmo has a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. However, this unfortunately coincides with a prior engagement, which means that I will be taking the tiny baby man, instead of Paige, to an appointment that he had prior. That appointment is to go hang out with a bunch of old people because they are sad and they're going to die soon. So there's a community thing where we bring a bunch of babies to see some old people so they get to smile in the home. Because they old. Now, am I worried that an old lady is going to grab a hold of my child and attempt to drag his soul into her husk? Possibly. I will be on the lookout. Yeah, it's like therapy dogs, but it's babies. Because babies are cute. They're cute. It's true. Oh, that cool tower defense mission we did on stream for Helldivers is on the Bug Planets now? Cool. But yeah, so since I have the best baby and Paige made the best baby, it seems only appropriate that we show off the good baby to the elderly so they can see the future. How's that Xbox not falling off the ledge? Because I know what I'm doing. So here's the fun part, right? So the corner of the table is right here, right? So if I lift it up, you'll be able to see it, right? So like there's the corner, right? And so it hangs up there. So I can even do this, right? But the real reason that Xbob hasn't fallen off is because Xbob is heavy as fuck. Okay? Like, look at this. Look. Like, I will have to look up how heavy it is. How heavy is an Xbox Series X? It is 10 fucking pounds. That is a 10-pound Xbox. Right? That's ridiculous. That's heavy as shit. You know? How much is that in grams? It's 4 kilos. Just about. .2, so 8, so 9, yeah, 4-ish. Have I turned that thing on since I got it? I did one Persona 5 stream with it. Because the description of the Persona 5 sponsorship was that it had to be on an Xbox or on Game Pass. And I legitimately could not get Game Pass to work on PC for like multiple weeks. So I was like, fuck it. And at the last second, I went out and bought an Xbox for that purpose. And what I was not supposed to say was that the reason why I was doing it on Xbox was that Game Pass on PC is such a piece of shit. I couldn't get the free game they sent me to work. So yeah. Yeah, PC Game Pass is fucking terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It works fine on Xbox. Was it worth it to do that? Yes. Yes, it was. Absolutely. Wouldn't have done it if it wasn't. But it was stupid. And it did blow like a half day going to a Best Buy and getting it and then bringing it back and setting it up just for that purpose. Right? Ugh. Oh, I'm excited for tomorrow. Gonna play all them telephone video games tomorrow. Really get my fucking ass in it. Gonna get on that Limbus company. Do you kids like Limbus company? Is it hard to read chat during streams? I feel like ADHD would make it a nightmare. Yeah, it's incredibly difficult. Yeah, it's super hard. You would think it's not. You would think it's not hard at all. It's super hard. All right. You played exactly 13 minutes of Limbus Company. Ooh, that's good. Nightwolf Fast, I asked this genuinely and not to be in a rude way at all, but do you care about Rebirth at all anymore? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why would I not? I just care about Dragon's Dogma and Infinite Wealth more. Also, I don't know if you know this, but Big Page isn't a playable character in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Just seems like any excitement you had or hype has gone away. Well, hype, yeah. Because we're not inside the honeymoon period. No, now what you're seeing is the regular experience of playing a game without being like overwritten by a pre-release or post-release excitement. Does the Xbox have a headset dent yet? Probably. Never takes that off. Am I excited for Limbus Company / Gadget Day? Of course I am. I'm going to get to understand. I was talking to Paige in the... Pat's doing the Wooly LP. Bro! FF7 Rebirth came out this year. Also, you haven't played Rebirth in 2 to 3 weeks? If so, there's been no streams of it. No, I haven't played it in 2, maybe 3 weeks. Dragon's Dogma, Infinite Wealth, etc. I knew I was at the 80% mark for Infinite Wealth. So I just decided to like bang that out. And I did. And we had the Helldiver streams set up. And we had LA Noir with Paige. I mean, I wanted to play a bunch of super gigantic RPGs. And like one of them I'm not going to finish, but 2 of them I absolutely am. And I think I picked the right 2. And because of the release schedule, we haven't from now until the 3rd week of June to fucking beat FF7 Rebirth. So like we can do 2 or 3 a week and do a stream with Paige or do a backlog or do Helldivers or do phone games. Right? Did I get a big number on the benchmark? You know I did. I posted a screenshot of it. Oh, Shirtle! No, I didn't. Give me a second. Which one of these items contains a bicycle? Fucking request. Twitch. I will definitely cover it. Done. Shirtle, how do you know about Keymailer? You quote tweeted me like 3 hours ago. Oh, we were out doing family stuff, dude. We were having a big day. So, to those of you who don't know, Keymailer is a website. There's a lot of there's like 10 websites that I personally know of that are like, are you a content creator? Link your account and beg for codes. Keymailer is one that sends out a lot. Did not know the Hades 2 was on there. So that's cool. I'm probably going to get into the technical test. Oh, another person you follow did it? Oh, that's cool. You know, come to think of it, Zenless Zone 0. Curses! I did reach out to MiHoYo, and we'll see. We'll see if they get back to me about Zenless Zone 0 technical test. Nightwolf says, sorry you missed the beta. Don't count me out yet. I have people's emails. Got to be a dedicated gacha streamer to get them to send you a beta code, or super lucky? We'll see. We'll see. Both the Xbox and PC versions of Fallout 76 are free on Twitch. A worthy fourth RPG, right? No. No. All right, let's thank some people and get into FF7. A Blue Wizard sub. Thanks, Blue Wizard. Hey, Pat. Only a chapter ahead of you in Rebirth. To get into it, I rewatched your remake videos to catch up on story beats. You mentioned how you thought it was interesting that the story seemed to be focusing on Aerith versus Sephiroth, but after listening to your CSB talk about OGFF7 and how little the party actually interacts with Sephiroth, since those were Jenova and her clones, my big brain game theory is the meta conflict is between Jenova and Aerith. Just a wild guess, that may be totally off. I talked about that, and then I later did a stream of it, and I was convinced that Sephiroth is essentially remote piloting Jenova, that his will has essentially overtaken Jenova's biology. The reason is because Sephiroth's clones and Jenova's cells are passive aggressive and petty and shitty to Cloud in a way that I can't imagine the space creature giving a shit about. So, I'm convinced. I think the fact that Sephiroth barely says 2 words to anyone in the party, but Cloud is hilarious, makes him an interesting villain. Oh, he's got the obsession. So there's a really great post a long time ago about people not understanding what eldritch horror is. Like Lovecraftian nightmare shit, and they go, I don't get it. What's so scary about reading a book and it's got lots of tentacles in it? Or what's so scary about an ant looking at a circuit board, right? And I think it was a Tumblr post, and it basically explains that unknowable cosmic horror is not about seeing a scary monster with lots of tentacles that looks like it's from the ocean, and it is not about an ant seeing a circuit board and going, whoa, that's crazy. No, because an ant sitting on a circuit board would see an unfamiliar landscape of unfamiliar shapes that looks strange and confusing. And the ant would go, huh, weird, right? The horror is that for 1 second, the ant looks at the circuit board and understands what a computer is and understands what a transistor is and a resistor is and what everything in the circuit board means. And then, like that, it's gone. And it has the memory of things it can't understand with the knowledge that it once did. And it's a form of hyper memory dementia, and thus becomes the obsession to regain that understanding. And that's what happens to characters in Cthulhu mythos. They see the truth, and the truth is too big. And so they become more and more and more mad, attempting to jam that big truth into their head permanently. Carl Sagan does a really, you know what? Fuck it. No, that's copyrighted. We can't watch that. So Carl Sagan in Cosmos, the television program from the 70s, describes a flat plane of 2D creatures called flatlanders, who only know about width and depth. They don't have any concept of height, right? And so he says that if you had I'm going to use a can here as a cylinder, but he uses a sphere. So, we'll use the mouse. Let's pretend this is a sphere, right? But if you saw the mouse land on flatland, right, you would see the width and dimensions of the mouse. And you'd be like, oh, that's a mouse, or that's whatever. But if you saw a 3-dimensional mouse moving up and down in plane, you would see, along a flat angle, you would see an item that could transport itself through walls, rapidly changed its shape, and did not conform to any existing laws of sensical reality. You would see something completely fucking impossible. But to you and I, a 3-dimensional object is totally normal, right? So if you can kick your perception up a half step, you can realize that if you looked at a 4th-dimensional creature, it would look not just unknowable, it would be nonsensical. It wouldn't conform to the day-to-day understanding of your eyesight and your senses and your hearing. And you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And the reason I bring all this up and go back to the ant viewing a circuit board, right? Sephiroth is the computer engineer who built that circuit board. And the ant beat his ass and threw him in the garbage. It is so wildly out of step with Sephiroth's perception of the world that he is totally obsessed that this lower form of life beat his ass up. Who's the ant? Cloud! Cloud is the ant. It even works really well with the Eldritch ideas, because the only reason Cloud does under the context of the Eldritchness, like Sephiroth, Genesis, Angeal, and Zack are all given like a form of prescience by their interaction with Jenova. They can be beyond themselves because they have knowledge being passed down from a space creature, right? Cloud, when he kills Sephiroth the first time, he doesn't have nothing, man. He's a washout. And he just wanted it more. And like Sephiroth's fatal flaw is he doesn't understand what it means to want it more than the other guy. Like Sephiroth believes that everything is deserved, so he should have it. But he doesn't actually want to fight for it or need it or cherish it. And that's why at the end of Advent Children, Sephiroth is all smug and says, "What's the thing you cherish the most? Give me the pleasure of taking it away from you." And Cloud says, "You don't get it. There's nothing I don't cherish." Like, that's the core of it. Like, he doesn't get it. And yes, Paige, he does, in fact, want to give him despair. I think sitting next to Paige as she's just holding her fucking head in her hands going, "What is happening? Why?" Only to like 2 or 3 days later see her like cracking up. And I go, "What's up?" And she just looks at me and goes, "Despair." Oh, it's so shit. Oh man. Anyway. Video games have things going on in them that are cool and interesting. And are more interesting than a surface reading of what you would expect. Also Loveless. Yeah, Genesis has nothing going on by that context. Genesis has like nothing going on. It's why he's such a weaker villain, and people can't put their finger on it. They can't figure out like why doesn't Genesis hit me the same way? And it's because he's like a fucking Motorola ad made into a human being. He's Piping Hot Lewis says, "I always feel like such a tool telling non-gamer friends and family about what I love in video games. I wish I could be as verbose as you." So the reason that I'm as verbose as I am is because I have a disability, and that disability is called not being able to shut the fuck up itis. So that helps. The other thing is that I played like video games for like fucking since I was a baby. And then I've been professionally talking about video games for 14 years. And I went into a university education based off of how hard I could bullshit my essays. So like I can talk about stuff, and I can remember things, and I can interpret information. But everybody's got their different shit. I can't weld. I'm not forklift certified. I know Paige is watching the chat right now. Babe, we'd have 10 babies if I was forklift certified. All at the same time. You know what I love? I love trade humor. I was watching TikTok earlier today before we went on our family excursion, and I'm watching this guy who's a welder explaining to a new employee, and he's convincing her that one of his coworkers like can't read, and that she has to talk to him really slow or else he'll get mad and throw a tantrum, and then just like standing back to just wait for it to pop off. Oh, fuck. I think people, like, okay, not being able to read is like a tragedy, and if you are not personally able to read as an adult, that's because everyone in your life failed you. And it is unlikely to have been your fault. It says that every adult and every single person of authority and every single person in the school system abjectly failed you. That being said, not being able to read is like the funniest accusation of a lack of intelligence ever. Like, it is like like on the one hand, like it's almost certainly not their fault, but the second time, wow, it's hilarious when you can't read. And people think you can't read. It's, oh man. If you can't read, I'm sorry. Please type out your thoughts in the chat over here, and I will respond to them in kind. I'm sorry. My aunt has dyslexia. I can't read or write, but she built her own house when she was 27 back in the day. My dad has a buddy of his named Steve, and Steve is a human grumpy face. I fucking love Steve. Steve's hilarious. He was grimacing and bitching about shit since the day he was born. He's just one of those kinds of guys, and he's gotten funnier and funnier as he got older. And he went to public school in Quebec, and had the dyslexia very bad. And so he couldn't read for shit. And whenever he was like, I can't read that shit, the nuns would like slap the shit out of him. So he dropped out of high school and then went on to start his own business and do really well. And then met my dad. So like, yeah, dyslexia is crazy. I can't understand dyslexia with my 20/20 vision and my, what's it called? Hyperlexia. What a strange thing to say, to call people. I can't believe I ran into the term the other day. So I'm going to teach you guys Latin. You ready? You ready for some education from university that actually makes like a lot of things in your life make a lot more sense? Okay, here we go. So Latin's a dead language. It's used for all sorts of technical shit because no one actually speaks it, so you don't have to worry about it changing. So, step 1. Hyper, Hyper, means lots of or too much. Hypo, Hypo, means small or not enough, right? So if you have hypoxia, that's you don't have enough air. If you have hypergonadism, that means your balls are too big. So mute people can be described as having hypo, meaning less than, lexia. Lexia derives from lexicon, which is I believe in Latin, lexicon is like a large amount of words. So basically, hyperlexia is talk too much disease. It's often described with kids. Kids that just won't fucking shut up. Literally ever. That was me. Couldn't stop. Wouldn't stop. Like, you know how like the kids these days, they're like, you got to get on your iPad. You're driving crazy. You're driving me crazy, right? For me, my mom was like, Patrick, I can't keep talking to you. Please go play your video games. And I went, okay. That's like most kids. No, you don't understand. Even when I was like a little kid, I could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. You wouldn't talk until I was 6? Yeah, no, for me, I was late talking. And the joke is that they were worried that I was like developmentally, not so good. And the joke obviously is we were worried you'd never talk. And then as soon as you started to talk, we couldn't wait for you to shut up. Haha. And it never did. And I never did. I think I've told this. I told the story before, but I think Paige and I were like year 1 or year 2. And I from the second she woke up to like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I was just talking her ear off about bullshit. Just whatever. And where we were sitting and waiting for a train, and she just like put her hand on my shoulder, and she was almost crying. She's like, "Stop it. Stop. I haven't heard a single one of my thoughts all day. Just be quiet. Just be quiet." And I was like, "Okay." And I sat there like this. And then she looked at me and she's like, "No, stop it. Stop it. I can see it. I can see you're still talking in your eyes." And I was. I love that woman so much. Oh. Oh. Hey, Zell Hestia subscribe. Thanks, Zell. August 7717 kicked in us up. Pat would never skip his intro, Kappa. I've skipped it before. It happens. Anyway, learn a couple Latin phrases. It'll make a lot of words make more sense to you. Granted, learning Latin or even a little Latin is a lot easier if you speak French, Italian, or Spanish, because those are all Latin-based languages, so there's a hell of a lot of overlap. But even the tiniest amount of Latin knowledge would actually help you understand what the fuck like a doctor or like a technician would be talking about. It's cool. That's what Google Translate is for. I don't know if Latin works for Google Translate. I don't think it does. Abare Erie kicked in a sub. Thanks, Erie. I'm at Alamigo in Final Fantasy XIV, and I think Hydaelyn might have made a mistake when she made me a Warrior of Light. I don't understand why we don't Anakin Skywalker all these beast races if all they do is summon big evil stuff and mind control people. So, you are talking about one of the biggest themes that you see in that whole story. And so like I don't know if you picked up on it, but Limsa Lominsa calls them the beast races out the bat to discriminate against them as the Lominsans steal the Kobold territory when they arrive. And prior to the 3 nations you play in stealing land from those cultures and getting into little squabbles with them, there was no need to summon their deities to defend themselves. Beast tribes are invented by Ul'dah. Same difference. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, we should really get rid of all of the races in FF14 that have summoned primals and gotten brainwashed by them. So by that metric where you're at, we should take care of the Sahagin, Kobolds, Amalja, Sylphans, who are the fucking snake ladies in Stormblood? The Mughals, the Ixtal, the Lamia, the Ananta, the Kojin, elves. I'm sorry, Erie, you said you're in A Realm Reborn. You said you're in Alamigo. Do you mean Little Alamigo? Those are different. Wait, Erie, everyone in that town talks about how they're refugees from the neighboring country of Alamigo. Okay. That was an honest mistake. We can all agree on this? That was a totally reasonable assumption for me to assume they were in Stormblood. Okay, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'll solve this real easy. They did not say they were in A Realm Reborn. They said, I'm an Alamigo in FF14. Hey, let's try this. You know, A Realm Reborn's introduction movie where everyone's praying to the 12 to beat up Bahamut? That's the same fucking thing. That's literally the exact same fucking thing that the Beast Tribes are doing. Also, when you beat A Realm Reborn, have some friends that are higher level for you do the Binding Coil of Bahamut. It is one of the most important pieces of story in the game and is unfortunately hidden behind a tougher raid. So have some people just drag your ass through that shit. Just drag it. You didn't do Binding Coil? You should do Binding Coil. Binding Coil is important, actually. Like legitimately, like really important. Is the coil Bahamut's penis? Yes. Only shock on some? Erie, I'm just gonna say you would be astonished at how many people you would have to shotgun by the end of that series. you would be blown the fuck away. Also, and this is my favorite part, there's a character who says what you're saying right now. And they go into it. They actually go into it. They have the argument we are having right now on camera. So I'm not insane? Oh, it's in Stormblood, so it'll be a while for you. But I wouldn't say that. Because you don't know who's making that argument. Is that the race war clip? It is. It is. It is the race war clip. Also, genocide is wrong. I feel like you shouldn't take out all the kobolds because they became drug addicted to magic shit that is the Laminson's fault for making them get into. Especially, and so this is an important detail, once you beat A Realm Reborn, you unlock the ability to do what's called Beast Tribe quests, and you get to hang out with members of that race that are not tempered. Who are not hopped up on Spirit Crack and are chill. Pat, why I saw your old City video. Why do you not like Lightning? Because she's just Cloud. She's everything that I don't like about the later portrayal of Cloud, but boring. More boring-er. I played Final Fantasy 13 for like fucking 35 hours and didn't get like a single hint of personality from Lightning. There's only one character on the FF13 cast. Three characters. There are 3 characters that I liked on the FF13 cast. And none of them were Lightning. Number 1 with a bullet is Saz. With a bullet! Not even close! Not even close! Number 2 is Vanille, and number 3 is Fang. Shocker. The characters that have something going on more than nothing. In retrospect, is 13 that bad of a game? I say yes. I say 13. I say 13 does get some props for inventing the stagger system, which is awesome. And 13 has an incredible soundtrack. It has one of the best Final Fantasy soundtracks, easy. But I didn't like the characterization. Fully 50% of the game is like Midgar, but with no ability to do anything. Like, I feel like Final Fantasy 13 is like summed up by the fact that you have a part where you escape to like a theme park. But when you get to the theme park is a pure backdrop, and you can't interact with literally a single thing in the entire theme park. And it's like, cool. That's, yeah, that's exciting. Meanwhile, we're going to go to the Gold Saucer probably next week and just die with the amount of minigames there. I was talking to my friends who say they got minigame fatigue by the end of FF7 Rebirth, which is why it's awesome that I took a fucking 3-week break dead ass right in the middle. Vexilus kicked in a sub. Thanks, Vex. Pat, I've probably said this before, but it pisses me off every time. It's not fair. What? It's not fair that you can just shave and de-age back to early best friend days. Reminds me of how my father's beard used to naturally grow in so good it looked like he trimmed it. When I gotta walk around with this patchy bullshit. Vex, I'm 5'2"! Shove it up your fucking ass! It's not fair! You have facial hair! Like, bro, I'm working with what I got here! Let me have something. Bald. I'm fat. Let me have a decent beard. Thanks, sweetie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that wife text message. It helps. I wish I could grow a beard as good as me. Yeah, it's nice. My brother-in-law can't grow a single hair on his chin, and it makes me laugh really hard. Biggest Dickus, The fourth kicked in a sub. Are you ready for female custodies in 40K? Oh my god. Looks like another franchise been infected by the woke mob. There's gonna be 40K girly space marines. Space Marines are like 10.5 feet tall and have like 4 hearts and 10 lungs. And they have bullets in their head for medals. And 8 dicks. And they're like, but girls, no. Like, oh my god. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who gives a shit? Fucking, oh my god. It's so insecure. It's so insecure. And I'm reminded of a study that came out recently that specifically dealt with misogynist behavior in video game spaces. No, was it video game space? No, hold on. How do I spell misogyny? I don't type it very often. Misogyny. Oh, here we go. No. Misogyny, Halo 3 low skill. Ha! SciPost.org, July 15th, 2015, by The Conversation. Study, low status men more likely to bully women online. The long and short of it is that they rated player behavior during Halo 3 games and discovered that men who had the lowest KD ratio were by far the most likely to yell at women. And it tracks. It absolutely does. It tracks super hard. So, low status in this particular situation is in-group a task skill, right? So, if you were to talk about that one guy on the construction site who's going, women can't fucking do electrician shit, or they can't fit a pipe, bitches in the kitchen and shit, that guy is likely the worst guy on the job site. Because adding a new group of people into his in-group increases the likelihood of him losing status. Like Boba the Hobo, a guy who's forklift certified will likely help women into the workplace. He doesn't have anything to worry about. He's forklift certified. Yeah. It's why you get mass shootings of people who shoot up girls or shoot up minority groups, because they flunk out of like college admissions and they go, well, they took my spot. And it's like, no, you're just dumb. Sorry. Like that stabbing in Australia, I'm not familiar with that. When I think of that, I always think about École Polytechnique in Montreal, where a guy lined up a bunch of girls at an engineering school and shot them because they took his spot that he deserved because he wanted to be an engineering student. It's like he failed his grades were terrible and he failed the entrance like criteria. Right. Never heard of that one? It's very famous in Canada because it's the worst shooting in Canadian history. But in the States, it doesn't even track. Mattman kicked in a sub. Thank you. The Gowron grown sound just like his dad. I'm truly experiencing beige. What's beige? B-I-J? I don't know what that is. Like gentlemen. I'm very small. I'm overweight. And I used to be a little overweight, and I'm bald, and I've always been bald. And I had sex with girls years before any of this YouTube shit. If the manlet can get laid, you can too. Name a woman. Uh, Jackie Chan. I hate that is just the synthesis of two jokes that don't make any sense by themselves together. It's from an old what's it called? Those two nerds on the Adult Swim. They had a board game called Don't Say Jackie Chan. Tim and Eric, yeah, there it is. Drake Valentine kicked in a sub. It's time to indoctrinate the child into MMOs for dailies. So as somebody who likes to play games to get repetitive good chemicals, I feel like I'm legitimately very prepared for my boy entering into the attention economy. Right? I think that's part of the reason a lot of millennials fuck up with their kids, is they don't understand the things their kids are into at all, and don't understand the kinds of like mental dangers available, right? So like when my parents were, they didn't know shit about video games. They didn't know a goddamn thing, right? And I remember I was like, I was listening to fucking Liberi Fatali from Final Fantasy VIII on loop because I thought it was cool that it was in a weird language I'd never heard before. And my mom walked in and asked me what I was listening to. And I said, oh, it's Liberi Fatali from Final Fantasy VIII. And she was like, okay, because, you know, it's in Latin, right? I'm like, yeah. I was like, well, that's the kind of, you know, that's how they sing like cult stuff and like devil stuff. That's not what that is, right? I'm like, no, Mom. It's from Final Fantasy. It's from this game. And she's like, okay. It's just like, and my mom, so my mom's Anglican, so that's kind of solves a lot of people's questions as to why mom associates Latin with the devil. Anglicans. Oh man, the fakest church around. Oh, Shiro kicked in $7. Thanks, Shiro. I know Silk Song hasn't been part of the last 67 indie directs, but I got a really good feeling about this next one. Silk Song tomorrow. I'm eating my hat. What do you mean, Silk Song tomorrow? Nintendo when? What time? What time? 7 a.m. Sick! All right, I'll be able to catch that. Hey, Paige, you're in chat, right? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take the boy afterwards. I love you, darling. So here's the thing. I have to keep watching these to prevent Silk Song's release. I think Paige infected me with her power, which is if I look at it, it won't happen. Want me to see if Geef can watch Gowron? I don't think they're going to be available 7 in the morning. I don't think that's going to happen. You can try. They've done it before. You can try, but I'm only going to do the direct for like an hour. So they'd have to come over. Zangief would just have to come over for like an hour. Or maybe 2 hours. And then they'd have to come back later that day. So, Call Me Sneaky kicked in 500 bits. Thanks, Sneaky. I think a sad part about the Junon parade section is that it shows that even though Cloud never made soldier, he's still an exceptional trooper. Followed orders well, praised by his superiors, inspired respect from the troops around him, yet he was unsatisfied. Post Nibelheim, Cloud is not the same person as pre-Nibelheim Cloud. Cloud's literally got the juice. Like, he's tapping in to like thousands of years of genetic memory and confidence and personal ability that he did not have back when he was a teenager. Isn't post Nibelheim Cloud Zack? Oh man, some of you guys gotta no, man. No. His memories are screwed up and he's inserted himself into his own story instead of Zack, but he is not Zack. He's got a little bit of Zack juice in his ass, though. That's true. He does. They're in a pod together. They kissed. You know. They smooched? Yeah, they probably smooched. Yeah. They were in the pod. Smuffin Man kicked in a sub. Thanks, Smuffin Man. Rebirth took me back to 97 again. The game's amazing. Put 120 hours into it so far. I think that remake, Rebirth, whatever, is gonna come out and just be a slam dunk. I think, like, yeah, they're gonna have to spread it out over 3 games, but like, we're definitely getting 3 games worth. I do think it's insanely fucked up that the devs were like, oh, we wanted to use Reunion, but we weren't allowed because the Crisis Core took it. That's fucked. That's fucking weird. That's fucking call the guys in the other office, man. Like, it's fucking weird. Nanaki 14 kicked in a sub. Thank you. Sort of read the Baron and says, yo. Axelogic sub. Thanks, Axelogic. It's wild. I'm watching this new show called Go-Go Loser Ranger. I want to tell my friends about it because the show is much cooler than I expected. And talking about it, I can no longer call the grunts the goons. I mean, I can, but it ends up dramatically changing the conversation. So I ask, what if a goon was the main character? One second. One second. 1 second. Yeah, what if? What if? It's apparently a really good movie. That movie is from 2011. Hey Susie, how you doing? Bruiser kicked in and stuff. Thanks, Bruiser. Woot woot, big 3-0, just in time for Return Birth. That's horrible. Don't say that. Grimlock Fly subbed. Hey, everyone care about Rebirth? Yeah, what a strange question. Do I even care about it? I'm not gonna nut in my pants about the FF7 Rebirth anymore. No, I'm just gonna like enjoy it like as a high quality, prestige, elite ass, expensive, full triple, quadruple A video game that has characters I like in it. Sporian kicked in a sub. Thanks, Sporian. Paid off all my student loans with casino winnings, and a downside they do not tell you about paying off your student loans is it tanks your credit score. So, hey, fun fact, everything about credit score is a scam invented by the boomers to fuck you over. So, Sporian, what I would recommend to you is, unfortunately, you have to live in scam world, is to get a credit card and use your credit card and pay it off. Credit score is such bullshit. Kane, Ayuden does seem cool, but I don't have time. I just don't have time. I don't have time. Diagao Grunge kicked in a sub. Thanks, Diagao. Just watched the Fallout show and felt like playing New Vegas. Instead of installing all the mods and giving up playing, I just watched some of your LP. Oh, cool, man. I might... So that save file is long gone. And I never did the DLC. But I'll, let's wait for Fallout 4 New Vegas, huh? How's that coming, anyway? Last update, March 2nd. Oh, they're releasing little bits and pieces of it. I want Fallout 4 New Vegas. No, you can't tell me it was canceled. You can't say it. Next gen update's going to fuck up a lot. I really have to wonder if releasing that on PC is worth it at all when the game is being held up by your mods. It feels very short-sighted. Feels very stupid. Tainted Ninja sub. Thanks, Tainted. Been enjoying the streams. Do you think if you made a boomer play some gacha games, they'd get hooked like they do in casinos or disintegrate into dust? Depends. It's possible. My dad's buddy Richard, who was horribly addicted to video poker, could have been saved by Balatro. It's possible. But I don't think the boomers are suckers for anime waifus. So, you know. You don't know that? I mean, I think I do know that. That being said, I'm absolutely, you know what? Tainted Ninja? I think boomers are just as likely to get hooked on gacha games as anybody, possibly more because of the lead. It needs to be something that they care about. So I don't know, if you were able to make some kind of gacha game, like with sports maybe, or like soccer / football, like I feel like a lot of people would get like horribly fucking sucked into that. Like, I don't know, some kind of ultimate team thing. Wait a second, my fucking father collected baseball cards. They're the same fucking thing. Yeah, the same fucking thing. No, because it's an actual card, not if you have no intention of ever selling it because you're obsessed and you want to look at it. Mask of Michael kicked in a sub. Thanks, Michael. After putting it off for a long time, I started to watch One Piece. It's fun, probably because of the time it has this weird feeling of nostalgia. And I'm watching it at oh my god. I'm watching it at 1.5 times speed so I can catch up to the Gear 5 nonsense. Also, I have a theory that the One Piece everyone talks about is going to be the tree all the devil fruits come from. Happy 54 months of money. Everyone stop. Calm. Mask of Michael. As somebody who actually watched 250 plus episodes of the anime, I understand your desire to watch it at 1.5 times speed because it really needs it. However, if you would like to watch it at approximately 10 times speed, but not ruin any of the pacing or screw up any of the visuals, I would advise you to read the manga. I am a person who really does roll his eyes like this whenever someone goes, read the manga, don't watch the anime. The One Piece anime is so bloated. It's so fucking bloated. You should really probably just read the manga. Benja Curb sub. Thanks, Benja. Kane Highwind 1990 kicked in a sub. Thank you, Kane. Pat, why are Red Mages so good at poetry? Because they're verbose. That's like one of the best in a while. Good job. Thank you. Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, Kai. Reading anything else lately? Bro, I'm barely reading One Piece. Do you know, I played Honkai Star Rail today, and I did my dailies and then got halfway through one quest with Ron May to unlock the fucking bug upgrade for Acheron. That's how many video games I played today. And I didn't read anything. I just spent time with Baby and Paige and got things done. So, like, How far am I in the story? I don't know. I beat up like an antler freak in China. And now I gotta go talk to Ron May and be like, I ate this cake. Now I'm an idiot. I don't know what. I don't know where I do. I have to go back to Space China. I feel like I probably have to go back to Space China. It didn't feel finished there. No, I didn't get Ron May and Acheron. I got Acheron. I don't know where I get Ron May. I have no idea. Apparently, I can get Ron May as a reward for like vignettes of cups or something, but I apparently need to be finished the story, or some shit. Oh, Ron May is a 5-star. Okay. So yeah, I have like 20 days to get current to do the vignette of cups thing, and there's no way I'm gonna make it. There's absolutely no fucking way. Anyway, the Fallout show is great. In addition to making me want to play Fallout game, I like that it shows how weird the Brotherhood of Steel is. It's the best live action 40K short film I've ever seen. I think so I'm gonna spoil something in the Fallout TV show from the 5th episode, because I feel like it really does an incredible job showing what the Brotherhood of Steel is about. So the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout is about getting pre-war technology and keeping it away from people who wouldn't know any better. And they got power armor, and they're the remnants of the United States Army, right? And but they've religiousized it. They're like knights and paladins and shit. And the Fallout TV show does a better job than any of the games to show off that, like, despite being able to recognize and retrieve and use high-end pre-war technology, they're almost completely uneducated at some levels and are, like, dumber than even Wastelanders. And in particular, there is a repugnant line of dialogue in which a Brotherhood of Steel guy is trying to explain to somebody he wants to have sex with, embarrassingly, and goes, hey, just before, we do anything, I heard it happens to some guys, I guess, not me though, that their dick gets hard and red and then bursts like a pimple. And it's fucking disgusting to hear it described that way. But, like, this is a character that can operate laser guns and power armor. Literally doesn't even understand how their fucking dick works. Like, the Brotherhood of Steel is so fucking weird. I love them. They are my favorite faction ever. But not when they're heroic knights in armor. No, when they're technological backwards weirdos. I have not finished the show. I am 6 of 8. Dead Judder kicked in 1,000 bits. Thanks, Dead Judder. I appreciate it. Kai9 kicked in $5. Thank you. Stop it. Stop explaining Evangelion with your eyes. I really, really went so far out of my way to be cool about Evangelion with Paige. I was like, I really like that show. I think that show is great. I think it's like a formative experience, and I think it's one of the best anime ever made. If you wanted to watch it, I would love to watch it with you. And I said that once every 2 years we were together. And she'd go, yeah, maybe one day. and I would just drop it like a rock. I wouldn't follow up. I wouldn't ask any questions. I just said okay and shut my fucking mouth, because the most awful thing in the world is the guy going, bro, you gotta get in on Death Note. Oh, dude. And then 3.0 plus 1.0 was going to come out. And I was like, hey, honey, I know you don't care about Ava. You've never seen it. I am going to rewatch all of Evangelion, all the episodes, and all 4 movies over the next 3 days. Now, I do this every time a new thing comes out. I rewatch all of them in a row so that I have my head in the right space for the next one. You don't have to do that. I can watch it when you're asleep. But if you want to watch it with me, I'm gonna be watching it. So you can ignore it, or I can just watch it when you're asleep or out of the house or whatever. But I'm gonna watch it. And she went, okay, fine. And then by like 2 episodes, she was like, and then we flew through all of them, and then the 4th movie. And then she just had this thing of like, oh my God, I get it now. I'm like, what? Like a lot. Like it's so formative for so much media that just like your brain goes ka-chunk, and like just a huge amount of shit just slides right into place. Mirror holding the knife. Yeah. What was it? She's looking into a mirror and she sees herself, and the image of herself in the mirror is holding a knife. It's like I cannot possibly explain how formative watching Evangelion in 1998 when I was 12 years old was. How perfectly, specifically on perfect point that was. Like when you are the target audience and the show is about the people your age, and it's the first piece of media I ever saw that was like, being a teenager is hard as fuck. And how much did I get the first time around? Basically none of it. Not like Cool Robot, but like, I don't know what's happening. Angry Optimist kicked in, so thanks, Angry Optimist. I've never heard about hyperlexia before. I've actually done the talk forever until people can't continue listening to thing as a child. I thought that was normal. Haha. So you know what's fun about the DSM? So the DSM, so people who haven't used the DSM, that's the psychology textbook where you find out if you're crazy. The way that the DSM works is a checklist. It's actually really simple. Somebody describes their symptoms, and you go, you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this. Congrats, you're bipolar. And then, then there's a final part, which is tilt, which is therapist tilt to figure it out, right? The fun part about the way that the DSM is listed as a collection of symptoms is solid methodologically, right? Hey, I'm coming in with problems. Okay, what are your symptoms? Bang, 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 bang. You probably have this. Let's work on that, right? However, there's a second part to that, which is really, really important for the description of mental illness. Okay? Mental illness or a mental disorder is literally classified in your book as a psychological condition or series of behaviors that negatively impacts your life. The final part of that is that it has to be causing a real problem for you, which causes a lot of things to get weird. Because if you got the autism, but you got that math autism, and you went into computer programming, and you like to keep to yourself, and your friends like your blunt personality, congrats, you are technically not mentally ill. Right? If you have a social anxiety disorder, but you work from home, have a small circle of friends, and don't like to go out, congrats. You basically don't have an anxiety disorder. But if you have something and you have to constantly interact with it, oops. Now you got a problem. Right? So a really good example of this is hypomania. So, you guys are probably unfamiliar with the term hypomania. Hypomania is a symptom of some people who have bipolar disorder. In a hypomanic state is a manic state defined by a lack of irresponsible behavior. So the problem with mania, so mania is the opposite of depression. You feel hyper-confident, you're fucking pumped, you're on drugs that you could never get because they're from your own brain. But hypomania is that, but it's not strong enough to override your morality, your sense of danger, your self-preservation, etc. So hypomania doesn't usually manifest as mental illness. It's a symptom of possibly bipolar disorder, and it could get worse. But hypomanic is like kind of defined as bipolar, but no problem. Sometimes you just feel really great and confident and competent. Hypomania can also happen when you are trying out a new medication. Some people go into people who take SSRIs can sometimes hop onto hypomanic states in which they're high as fuck, like for weeks, but they don't do anything irresponsible and they keep to their commitments and they're fine. So it's very complex. As somebody with depression, hypomania sounds fucking great. It is. So I hear. Dead Jutter gifted us up. Thank you. Caleb Hates Games kicked us up as well. This is money for X-Bob. Thanks. Enjoy. Try to be says not when you start spending a lot of money. Again, hypomania is defined as a manic episode without irresponsible behavior. Xbox real close to that corner. It's really funny to me that you guys are so scared of X-Bob falling off. Look. He's too heavy. He's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere, dude. Con9 kicked in $5. Listen, if you stayed for 40K children's books, but are only leaving after they invented female custodians, then I don't know what to tell you. I know what to tell them. Go fuck yourself. And it's not like some fucking jerk off white knight should respect women. It's like you look like a fucking fool. You look like a fucking child. Like, grow up. What then is the downside of hypomania? Well, I mean, it can spiral into mania. That's the downside. And also for people that have poor support or emotional problems that are unresolved, if you have a hypomanic episode, particularly as a result of new medication like an SSRI, you can fall into a drug addiction spiral because you are now trying to chase your own hypomanic state. And SSRIs are dangerous, so you can't pop them like. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want with them, but you shouldn't take them unsafely. You know, it's a balancing act. But don't do drugs to get high unless you want to. I'm not your dad. Blastio Boots kicked in $5. Thanks, man. One of the most depressing moments as a gamer was my young nephew hearing I was a programmer and asking if I could make a game for him, and described it as a phone game called Angry Bugs and told me all the microtransactions. You should beat that kid. I mean, nah, fuck it. You should have fought that kid. Afterman says that ain't no perk 30. Do you mean Percocet? Or perk? What's perk 30? I'm not familiar. They're designed to look like legitimate pharmaceuticals, but may contain fentanyl and other novel synthetic opioids. I bet it wouldn't even do anything. You know what? Let me check something. How strong is Percocet? It's oxycodone, acetaminophen. Yeah, okay. Because my dentist gave me Percocet. He gave me the strongest Percocet he could legally give me, and it was like eating Tic Tacs. Nothing. Like, literally nothing. I am so opiate resistant. I am I am so opiate resistant. Oh man. It is the ginger jeans, yeah. 42 NFL kicked in $5. Thanks, 42. Not trying to stir the pot. Have no race in the weird 40K lore, but for similar things, would it be better if they said this is the new change going forward instead of retcon, gaslight, nah man, they always existed, midichlorians? I mean, it depends on the thing. Right? The Force is actually made up of tiny bugs in your cells. That's just shit. Right? Expanding, like people's problem with that is that it's fucking stupid. Right? People, them being like, yeah, no, some of the Space Marines are chicks, is like, at the end of the day, an extremely minor change that doesn't affect the core of any of it at all. So like, no problem with that as retcon. Also, for 40K Space Marines, retconning is kind of necessary because they don't change. Like, they're defined by their lack of change. So, you know. It's an excuse to sell fucking girl miniatures in Space Marine armor. I'm sure they'll do well. Oh, 42 NFL with the cynical route would be that they just want to sell more models. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, Cloud wasn't that good of a trooper. With his twink status, he'd be lucky to be the soldier hacky sack. I don't want to dive into what that means. No, I'm not gonna. No. Call Me Sneaky kicked in 500 bits. By the way, play Ever Crisis so I don't have to. Nah, fuck Ever Crisis. That game looks like shit to me. Cassowary kicked in a sub. Thanks, Cassowary. Back to Rebirth. Hope you enjoy your playthrough, Pat. Thank you. Cool Mike kicked in a sub. Thank you. Hey, Pat, heads up. From what I remember of playing it a year ago, the controller controls for punishing Grey Raven are awkward as fuck. I'm not sure if they've improved since then. Just heads up. I mean, I want to stream it, so that's how I have to play it. Right? I'm not streaming off my fucking phone. I hate that shit. I hate it. 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 It's terrifying. I don't like it. Necros4442 kicked in a sub. Thank you. Sub Pat, recently hooked on Raven Watch. Hades-like multiplayer, working matchmaking, which is dumb, but I have to say that I feel it needs to be stated. Raven Watch? What? I just typed it. Why did it... Raven's Watch? Oh, man, that threw me. Fallen Heroes. Did I play this? That looks cool. Huh. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to add that to my wish list. Boba the Hobo kicked in a sub. Thank you. I've been a Dragon's Dogma hater for years. Nothing about DD2 makes me want to play it. I got on a whim this weekend, and I'm completely in love. Thanks for the influence. No problem, Bobo. Yeah, I'm always interested in games like that. That are just like, I think this looks like shit, and I'm not going to play it. All right, I'm playing it. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. And then, like, eventually becoming like, I love it. Like, it's the video game equivalent of food that looks and smells like shit. And then you're like, it's the best thing I've ever eaten. Right? Vinbun gifted us up. Thanks, man. Your Uncle Kevin kicked in $5. What's your current TikTok brain rot? What is it? I watch a lot of dog videos on my TikTok. I remember Paige pulled up a dog video. She's going through next to me, and I was like, "Is that Pablo?" And she gave me this look. Because I know their names and shit. That reminds me, she was scrolling through TikTok and saw a chiropractic video. And I went, "Is that Mondragon Chiropractic?" And she's like, "You can't even see the video, Pat. How the fuck did you know that?" And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. Just a guess. Vinbun kicked in a sub. Thanks, Vinbun. Is that the guy who cracks the docs' backs? No, Mondragon Chiropractic is a lady who's a chiropractor slash massage therapist. And listening to people's spines get popped makes me fall asleep like that. Is it fake? I don't care, man. It makes me go to sleep. chiropractic, the ghost martial arts. Yeah, a lot of people don't know chiropractic was invented by a ghost. That's not exaggeration. That is real. Chiropractic was invented by ghosts. So the long and short of it is that this scam artist, his dad died. And when he was going through his dad's things, he discovered that his dad had invented chiropractic, which was completely fake. And he decided to take up chiropractic and spread it from his dead dad's ghost across the land. And it became a known medical thing. So yeah, a ghost invented chiropractic. If you have back problems, don't go to a chiropractor. They can kill you. The only interaction you should have with chiropractors is possibly watching back pop crack compilations, because the crunchy noise makes you feel relaxed. Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, man. The weirdest thing for me about compilation, Remerk Rebirth included, is people saying that they like Sephiroth gets more characterization. He shouldn't. The point of him is how black and white morality of the hero worship is dangerous. Yeah. The fact that he's dressed in black and white head to toe is also kind of part of that. Neville kicked in a sub. So did Scrotsma Goats kicked in a sub. Thank you. Only Aftermath sub to say, yo, hello. Papa Big Rooster sub. And Nero Ame sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. I've been chatting my ass off for 2 hours, so I'm going to do this. Wow. But then I'm going to do this, so I'm going to go pee, if you'll excuse me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Reload.
All right, we're back. We did it. We did do it. We did done din dang done din it. We did it. Hey, what the? Well, while I was peeing, I wasn't paying attention and went all the way over to the house and talked to the wife, and then she handed me this incredible looking steak salad. I was peeing the whole time. So while I eat this steak salad, you guys want to like watch a video or something? She handed it to me while I was peeing? Yeah, absolutely. Any ideas? I got no ideas. I am a man of no ideas. Do you know that? Don't have a single one. Whee. I've never had an idea in my fucking life. Maxor uploaded Helldivers? Great, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. That seems like I want to just die looking at something. 15 minutes? That's just perfect. I gotta figure out how the fuck I'm... Is this how I do it? I did it. I did it. Alright, I gotta change... Well, hold on. I changed the name of the thing. Yeah, no, we're not gonna just sit here and watch me eat a salad. That's weird. That's fucking weird. Nobody likes to do that. Stream manager, how do I change the thing on my thing? Just chatting. I did it. You've watched me do weirder? You haven't seen me choke a hot dog. Have you? Did I like choke on a hot dog like it was a fucking glitzy gulper? Glizzy, whatever. Did that happen? I don't even know. I would never choke on a hot dog. It's so fucking gay. You know, like, there's guys that, like, is it gay? Is it weird that I don't like to eat hot dogs because they make me think of dicks? And it's like, you're like, oh, that's really insecure. But at the same time, like, yeah, eating a hot dog looks like you're eating a dick. Like, it does. It does. You know, like, when the hot dog falls down your throat, yeah, you know, yeah, it is. Okay, I get it. Oh, we were eating hot dogs the other day, and I was like, honey, I feel like hot dogs are underrated. And she's like, yeah, hot dogs are great. I'm like, and they use every part of the rat. And then she just looked at me like this.
This video contains many certifiable thought crimes.
Is that too loud? I can't tell.
Co-op shooter that plays exactly like No Man's Sky, except instead of exploring the cosmos, you die horribly in the Somme. Every copy of Helldivers 2 is personalized.
A little loud?
Joel wanted me to fight 10,000 fire ants in a universe where humanity is beset on all sides by curious wildlife and the actual Terminators. Super Earth, the galaxy's last and only bastion of managed democracy, sends its finest men, women, and children over 7 to liberate and spread freedom to the most horrifying hellscapes known to man, where war crimes are not only justified, but are necessary. We play as the Helldivers, humanity's finest in emancipation and friendly fire incidents. But there's no need to worry about that last one because we are incredibly expendable. All across the galaxy, Liberty's enemies march ever closer. But through the power of teamwork, friendship, and 500 kilogram bombs, we will fight for freedom, for democracy, and most importantly, because it's really funny. Dudes be like, Helldivers 2 is military propaganda. My brother in Christ. It worked. Triple the defense budget.
He's right. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize my mouse was there.
The first thing you'll notice upon entering the SES Judge of Judgment is the incredibly stupid name. And yes, you are able to name it other things using the Wizard 101 naming scheme. Things like the Pride of Pride, Star of the Stars, Patriot of Patriotism, and my personal favorite, the Founding Father of Family Values, because this game has a lot of violence in movies.
Oh, there's an apple in my salad.
Oh, here you see me depicted as the Soy Wojak. The second thing you'll notice upon entering the bridge is the ongoing galactic war, and that we are currently fucking losing the galactic war. Which is why
how are we doing on that front, by the way, right now, guys?
Exactly 3 of our friends, and choose which planet is in vital need of the democratic process. If you don't have any friends, then I hope you can speak good Mandarin. I think I did something to make him mad. But to win the Galactic War, we must first understand the Galactic War. We can ill afford another Malevelon Creek, which is why I'm going to go over each of the 2 fronts that are currently reducing us to smears across the galaxy. And I'm going to do it at difficulty 7 or above, which is coincidentally the perfect enlistment age. On the left-turn side of the political spectrum, we have the Automaton Front, an enemy focusing on range tactics, heavy armor in slight excess, and an extremely high amount of explosive ordnance. Oh, I'm out of here, guys, later. If that sounds a little bit intimidating, then don't worry. I haven't even gotten to the horde of angry chainsaws yet. Chainsaw Man reference goes in the
I had to get my water. Need my water so I can not choke on my food like a big boy. You know how it is.
Video here, but talking about the Automaton Front is never complete without talking about the fucking Creek.
Yeah!
As it is known by our
I survived the
veterans,
Creek!
Space Vietnam. This goddamn planet has been single-handedly responsible for most of our casualties. My leg! Is this SpongeBob? And that is genuinely impressive considering that 10 million men have already died in the Battle of the Madagascar Lemur. Those are considered rookie numbers, and we're already outpacing the Taiping Rebellion. In fact, every single military operation we conduct is in some way related to Malevelon Creek. And personally, I don't really see what all the hype is about. After all, it's just one planet. How important could one planet possibly be?
I am a human supremacist! I am a human supremacist! Our supremacy will not end on this planet! I am a human! We will go interdimensional. We will unlock the secrets of the universe. God has laid them out like Christmas presents for his children.
Boot camp's got fucking weird recently. Malevelon Creek, and by extension, the rest of the front, is essentially an exercise in how much PTSD one man can possibly get. Their firepower is so overwhelming, so absolutely constant, that describing it as an endless retreat where you accidentally accomplish all of your objectives would be very generous, as it implies that I do the objectives.
Fucking shit!
This can occasionally push you into what we call unfortunate tactical positions, at which point your main options for survival are going to be watching your slower friends get burned to death in the Mekong. I will never unhear that scream. So yes, this planet may be what economists call bad use of our human capital, but after dealing with several days of what I can only describe as angry...
Malevelon Creek is actually described as sunk cost. It was so... There were so many fucking people trying to get the creek back that they had to make it the major order, or else we would have lost every operation after that. It was so fucking stupid.
Forklift decommissioning. Oh shit, this motherfucker's not OSHA certified. You really need a step ladder for that, sir. Okay, call me crazy, but I think there's a turret around this corner, guys. I fucking hate the creek. I can safely say that the attachment has become fucking personal. And honestly, I just want to see how many bodies one planet can hold. We lost Vietnam, we lost Afghanistan, and yes, we definitely lost America. So goddammit, I am not going to lose this shit to ones and zeros. God gave this galaxy to a non-binary species, and service guarantees gender affirmation. Fun facts about the bot front. Number 10, man urinates on fellow passenger for not being allowed to smoke. Number 9, if you happen to make the mistake of fighting here, you're quickly going to realize that most of our forces are Chinese, each one taking glorious revenge against the steel plants they work in. Very auspicious behavior. And conversely, we Guilo have been sent by our barbarian prince to fight the hordes of angry roaches, for it is the God-given right of the defense lobby to remind the bugs that it is man who is made in God's image. Really can't wait to die on fucking, legally distinct Klendathu. The Terminid front, the Terminid population problem is a wide assortment of increasingly horrifying demons, each one abandoned by their creators in completely different ways. My guy's got a bad case of the rigor mortis. We've got small bugs, big bugs, immortal bugs, bugs that function as artillery, and of course, the bugs that stalk you at night. Thankfully for us though, Napalm is an equal opportunity employer, and a lot of positions are open right now. That is to say, once you start fighting the bugs, you do not stop for about 40 minutes or so, because they just spawned a battalion from the ground like the goddamn Viet Cong for the 3rd time in a row, and I do not have enough raid for this shit. Good fucking throw, dude. I just want to walk to the McDonald's, guys. I'm just a level 1 goblin. It's literally my birthday. I'm a little birthday boy. And do you want to know the worst part about this war? We, don't really know how they move between planets. And I don't think they have what you would call a plan. Rather, the Terminids simply appear in places they wish to eviscerate. Kind of like a Whole Foods. So, you can imagine my shock when I learned that those white bitches were trying to gentrify the moon. They are ruining the amazing local culture of, California. I hope it's becoming obvious that fighting these things under normal circumstances is what we call, same-day shipping to God. What the fuck? Fortunately for us, though, we have access to a wide variety of unique and hilarious tools, which are only accessible via inputting a series of hand signs, informally known as airstrike.
I fucking can't. I fucking can't. Oh my god. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Oh my god, he's completely right. Jesus Christ.
Hilarious tools, which are only accessible via inputting a series of hand signs, informally known as airstrike jutsu. Whether it's big airstrikes, bigger airstrikes, biggest airstrike the engine can sustain, or airstrikes that specialize in killing everything except the enemy, there are so many bad guys with so much damage to be done that the most challenging part is keeping your team out of the blast radius.
I got 500 kilograms ready.
What have you fucking done? And yes, you do have to throw them, which means you can drop them, throw the wrong asset, and even attach them to enemies that are running into you. My personal favorite combination is definitely the napalm and chlorine gas, for when you really, really want your enemies to feel pain. Inside and out. We also offer a gluten-free variety. Now, of course, airstrikes aren't the only thing we can deliver, just most of them, because here at the Defense Department, we take care to provide, why can't I say words? A wide array of support tools. And by support tools, I mean the machine gun, which are crucial and necessary for fighting, literally anything. We've got flamethrowers, jetpacks, automatic lasers that demand human sacrifice, average American police taser with unlimited ammo, automatic targeting, and a vendetta against teammates. For when you really hate everything in a general direction, railguns that encourage you to fire volleys like Napoleonic line infantry. It also has 2 fire modes called safe mode and unsafe mode. And of course, the giant death robots that randomly explode sometimes. What? That is the last time I buy a fucking Tesla. My personal favorite strategy involves everyone giving
those
their mechs to the
exosuits just blowing up for no reason.
Who will proceed to stay inside of 6 different wheelchairs for 40 minutes. And as a caveat, we force him to crawl on the ground between mechs for immersion reasons. But honestly, all of these fantastic tools absolutely pale in comparison to the fast and convenient resupply of GamerSupps energy drinks, here to give you a fantastic boost to your gaming abilities, which, if you want to win this battle, I will now expect of you. We in the Chinese are not going to be taking back Osto 2 on 8 hours of sleep, but they did also release a sleep aid. In case somebody gives you too much energy, how am I getting away with this shit? GamerSupps comes in many different flavors, such as Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, Grandpa's Ashes, and Good. It's just good. All at the low price of 40 cents per stratagem, which is literally cheaper than the dirt I am dying over. I, went to Amazon and checked. So if you are still watching this video somehow, and God bless you if you are, you can have GamerSupps delivered with 10% off by opening the description and
is this a
clicking
real
the special stratagem code. What else do we have?
Is that a real
we
product?
have sentry guns, in case you really don't want to play the game. as well as a strange amount of primaries that are child safe. Can't wait for the devs to nerf this one and say some shit like, sorry, Helldivers, Command sent us rigatoni instead of railgun shells. Now, in this kind of environment with this many fireworks, casualties are not just expected, they are required. You don't really get to 12 million by being an easy game.
I think the Helldivers like casualty numbers are
my teammates'
like
tragic
the stat tracking now that it's working is like a massive big deal for like how fun the game is.
Helldiver, ready to fight and die for the worst planets you have ever seen.
I think it's
like
fucking incredible
you
to see, like, yeah, there's 250 fucking thousand people trying to take back the creek.
Comprised of exploring new and fantastic worlds, and then building a Walmart supercenter on them. Local residents be damned. To that end, we have a great diversity of missions, like geological surveys, rescuing civilians who move their heads like confused avians. He's like a chicken. Spreading industrial amounts of carcinogenic gas and launching the fucking nuclear missile. We did it, Patrick. We saved Istanu, along with a myriad of side objectives, which usually boil down to, killing everything that moves. And occasionally, loading a gun that will do it for you. We, don't really talk about the Eradicate missions because they tend to play themselves, all in service to liberate a planet by an astounding 0.0003%.
I love it.
This isn't a fucking charity, alright? Reach 100% liberation and lose all of it the very next day. I am currently reporting to you from the 5th Siege of Hellfire. Planets in Helldivers also have a unique blend of beautiful environments, like the Heaven Planet, where it is impossible to escape God's light, the Constant Meteor Storm Planet, where it is illegal to stand still, the Fire Tornado Planet, the Weird Fucking Animal Planet. I'm going to call you Genghis Shingles Ringer, and the planet that, before it was removed from the game, randomized your airstrikes, which made the process of calling a resupply much more interesting. Please put this back in the game. Look, Helldivers is a game that gives you a lot of tools, and a lot of places to use them. So honestly, the task of describing it all to you is, not my fucking job. The developers are literally adding things faster than I can show them to you. I, began making this video before mechs existed, so inevitably...
This video is fucking 7 days old, and it's footage entirely of the Western Front that no longer exists.
When the day comes that Arrowhead adds the secret third faction that we don't legally know anything about, I guess I'll be making a video about it. As long as this one gets views. Overall, Helldivers 2 is an absolute chaotic mess, where every mission begins and ends with the assumption that we are not going to make it. And yet, somehow, some way, I still find a way to disappoint my friends. Some may consider it difficult, while others may consider it fucking bullshit. But personally, surviving against all odds in the face of complete, absolute absurdity is a big reason that I still love this game, no matter how many game-breaking bugs they introduce. Sorry, Helldivers. This gun's accuracy rating is so high that it causes integer overflow. And with the Galactic War still ongoing, our story of spreading managed democracy has only just begun. We have the ships. We have the weapons. We need soldiers. Soldiers like the angry Chinese guy. Service guarantees affordable healthcare. They'll keep fighting, and they'll win. As long as the bug front plays the game today. On a more personal note, the Ministry of Truth extends its gratitude to all of its very kind patrons, enabling and financing our propaganda on a truly galactic scale. Your money is being put to excellent use, making only the funniest and most original content. Anyways, time to report to my execution now.
That was a great fucking video. Now I'm watching a lot of that footage that had Dragon's Dogma stuff in it. Oh my god, there's a Baldur's Gate one. Maxor, that's the name of the channel. Oh. Dragon's Dogma is in it, yep. Grimlock Fly, I'll fight you. I'll fight you, Grimlock. Guy who donates 5 gift subs every fucking week or some shit. Never mind, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna kiss you. Kiss you on the mouth. I did not watch the Lythero Silver shit. How long is that? I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching fucking 2.5 hours. All right. He made it extra long specifically to discourage you. You know we did. Oh, JP 3_92 rated the channel. Thanks, JP. Oh, that's an incredible steak salad. My wife is the best. My wife is the best one. There is a campaign intro though from Lythero, which we can watch.
Okay, the script for the intro's ready. Here you go.
Oh, Jet, look. Oh, wow.
All right, from the top. Gary, your lines first.
Hey.
Why is this so complicated?
Take 2. Action.
Hey, we're kind of nice at this.
You said there'd be Latinas here.
Excuse me, what in the actual
Audio jungle.
are you doing in my house?
We're celebrating. Come on, Eggman.
Oh, a celebration, huh? Haven't you forgotten someone?
No, your game is terrible.
Not me, you morons! Him!
Whoa, God, his game is even worse.
Too bad. You agreed to finish his story.
Yeah, let's just kill him.
Agreed.
Oh my god.
Wait! I brought pizza.
Dear God.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, it's me, Goku. I love Eggman's design so much. This salad is incredible. I love my wife so much. That's the only time you've ever watched me watch a video on stream? Thanks, Gene. Alright, so I'm going to be real with you guys. We're starting really late. I apparently have to get up at 7 in the morning tomorrow and fucking watch the Nintendo thing. And I got to give the baby a bath, and I got to fill my cat with drugs for a fucking appointment tomorrow. So I'm actually going to call the stream here. I have too much to do. So I hope you enjoyed this slop stream, this impromptu slop stream. I'll be excited to see you guys tomorrow when Silk Song is finally given a release date. Oh, I gotta go wash the stinky baby and give my cat drugs. That's, and wake up early. And tomorrow I gotta go hang out with old people. I'm scared. What if they're old at me? What if they try and steal my soul? I heard one of them's Italian. I'm scared. What if Giuseppe takes my boy and throws him around like a pizza? It's so stupid. I can't. Oh. Oh. Oh, Italians. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's the joke. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-boopy. That's it. That's all I got. That's it. I'm just laughing. That's it. There's no depth here. There's literally nothing. There's nothing. Italians are funny in the way that the French are funny. And that they're like a brand of European that just sounds like some goofy ass cartoon shit. Like, it's hilarious. Like, oh shit. All right. Oh. Hey, Dieters, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. And Grimlock Fly kicked in 500 bits to say, hey, hates Rebirth. I guess I do. We'll play Rebirth on Friday for realsies. So the remainder of the week is we're going to have a Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning. Then later on that day, we are going to do a bunch of phone games. Then Thursday, we got Paige coming back for L.A. Noire. We're going to be starting the Vice Desk, where we plant marijuana on minorities to pump up our numbers. And then on Friday, we'll be back to Rebirth for realsies. All right, I will see you guys later. I'm going to go feed my cat drugs and wash my baby. Bye-bye.